Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Narelle here, and today I'm doing a layout for the Pour Your Way Into Our Heart hop. It's a YouTube and Instagram hop, and each month we do a layout about our animals, our furry friends. So, what I have is a lot of stuff in front of me, and I feel really disorganized, but I'm doing this gorgeous picture of my cat Angel. So this is when she was just a really little kitten, and I don't even think we had her home yet. This was at the breeder's house, and we went to visit her a couple of times before we brought her home, and this was one of those times. So she is like 13 years old now, so this is an old photo, but you know, I've never scrapped it. Look at those gorgeous blue eyes. Wow. So that's Angel. She's a ragdoll cat, and that's when she was itty bitty. So I'm using a layout that I saw on Pinterest. I'm doing a bit of a scrap lift today, and that is the beautiful layout. I will have on the screen who it's by because I didn't actually write it down, but I got the idea of the hexagons and thought, well, that's really cool. I've got a hexagon punch I can use, and it's something different and it's sweet, and I don't need a lot of embellishments for it. I was planning on doing the photo as a hexagon as well, but then I had a I don't know what I've done with it. I cut out a right size hexagon on my cricket, sorry. I shouldn't have shortcut my words. And when I put it on there, the photo was a little bit too zoomed in for it, so it like cut off her ear and stuff, and I went, no, this is not the right photo to do that shaped photo on. So I'm just leaving it as this photo, and that's actually a 5x7, so it's a big one, and that's my inspiration. I have a couple of little ragdoll kitten ephemera here. This is from the Willow and Grace collection from Uniquely Creative, and then because, you know, I've only just got a cricket, so I'm having fun playing with it, I did a heap of cut and print from Design Space, blue and pink flowers, a pink butterfly, and a couple of clusters of pink and blue flowers. So they are my embellishments. And then I realized I put the cricket and everything away and realized I had no leaves, so I just used a die again. I think this is from a Uniquely Creative set, and I just cut out some leaves from some scrap paper. And then I also cut the title out using the cricket, but that's the heading, and I want to add something to it because I think it's very plain like that's very boring. So I had the idea to stamp in white on it using a small floral stamp, and I have the Stampin' Up! White ink pad, but I don't know, I just can't get white ink to stamp and stay crisp white. It like good if you want the chalk look, but I'm not going for the chalk look. I want a bright white flower on these letters, so I think I'm going to emboss in white, I think, to get the letters on there and make them stand out. But you'll see that as I go through making the video. Now for the stamps, I wanted a small stamp on these letters, and I wanted a little flower. So at first I used this one, which I thought, well, when I emboss it, it's just going to be a white blob really, because there's not enough definition in it. So then I looked at my Sweet Strawberry stamp set and saw this little flower, and I wanted more of an outline flower, and I thought, well, that will work perfect. So that is what I'm going to use when I come to do the title. As far as papers go, the inspiration I'm using had a border around it, so it was like a framed layout. So I do have this dark blue paper that is going to be my frame, and then the plain white as my base. And then I picked out a selection of photos of patterned paper, florals and plains, basically just the reverse side of some of these. Oh, they're all upside down. And these are what I'm going to punch my hexagons from. And this is from a retired Stampin' Up! My goodness. A retired Stampin' Up! paper pack called Dainty Flowers. I don't know how old it is. I've had it in my stash for a while, so it's probably a couple of years old now. I don't see a date on there, so that's what I'm using. And I initially had got out the Willow and Grace. Oh look, there's the hexagons. I'd got out the Willow and Grace collection to use, but thought, no, I want to go more floral. Like, it seems like every pet page I've done recently I've used this collection. So I thought, well, I'm getting a little bit sick of using it for the pets. Like, I know it's a beautiful collection, don't get me wrong, but it's like every page I've done lately I have used it. So I thought, well, let's change it up and do something different. So that's why I'm using this collection today. But this is the hexagons that I cut out. Oops. So I cut out a bigger one to be the matte for the photo, and then this one to be for the actual photo. And you'll see when I hold it up against the photo, so that's the matte, and this was going to be the shape of the photo. See how much you lose of that? Like, she's basically just eyes and fluff, and you lose the ear. So I thought, no, well, that's not going to work. So I ditched that idea. I'll save that template though for a layout down the track when I use a smaller photo or one that's less zoomed in. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've also got my bling. I don't know which bling I'm going to put on, whether I'm going to put these pale blue, or there's some like dark blue. They're probably better. Dark blue and purpley tone embellishments there. I might use them. So anyway, I'm going to get on with it, and I'll see you at the end when it's finished. Okay, there is my completed layout. I think that didn't turn out too bad. I'm still not impressed with the heading. I don't know, it just don't know. I'm not sure that the embossed flowers did anything. Not sure that they actually gave the effect that I was after. It doesn't really stand out on top of the hexagon, so I don't know what I would have done differently down there, but possibly a different style of heading, maybe just a black and white text or something like that heading rather than the cutout blue cardstock. But anyway, it's done, and I've got the two cute little kitties on there, and I think it's okay. And it was nice to try something different. I don't use hexagons a lot, but this was my inspiration, and I think it turned out okay. Make sure you check out below the playlist for everyone else who is playing along with this hop this month. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notify bell so you know when my next video is coming out. And I'm really excited to say that I now have membership on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to join, it's really cheap. It's the cheapest I could set it. It's like, I think it's $1.99 per month for Australian, which is heaps cheaper everywhere else in the world. And my membership will be exclusive videos just for members, and also tutorials, scrapbooking guides, card making tutorials, all that sort of stuff, and really in-depth series on different things like techniques and different things you can do with your scrapbooking and cards. So if that interests you, then please join my channel, and if you have any questions, then be sure to contact me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a scrap happy day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.